Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is now time for the Best of Beauty 2018. You better grab a drink, grab a snack, pull up a chair, sit back, relax, because this is gonna be a long one because I have a lot of products this year. What I did was I went through my monthly favorites starting from like the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and I looked through like what I was loving each month, and if I still loved it, and I constantly used it, then I knew it was gonna go in this video. And then I looked at stuff and I was like, I used it a couple times, and it really wasn't like the best of the best. Because that's what this video series is that we do, all of the, YouTubers do every year, the best of. And it's basically the best of that year. Like what you loved and reached for and used and just was, something that you constantly used in your rotation. So that being said, I am going to start. I have a bunch of makeup, I have some body care, a little bit of hair care, not really much, and then some skincare. So I'm going to like kind of start with the makeup first because that's going to be like the biggest portion of it, and then I'll do the other things. So like I said, this is going to be long, guys. I have my hair up because I know it's going to be a lot. So let's just get started. I'm going to kind of go, I don't really have an order, but we're gonna kind of go in order of like, I'm just gonna start with like primers and foundations and all that. So I have 3 primers. The first one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Color Correcting Primer. This has been reformulated, repackaged, I should say. This is like the older one. Really love this. If you have redness or inflammation or anything like that, this primer is perfect for that because it's more of like an apricot based. So when you put it on, it kind of counteracts the redness on your skin. So your foundation goes on and you don't have that redness peeking through, and you don't have to worry about it kind of altering the color. So I love this. And it also works to blur the pores. It was kind of like a pore blurring, color correcting primer in one. It just says it evens the skin tone to counteract dark spots and all that, and it, reduces the appearance of pores. So basically it was like a 2-in-1. So I really loved this. I used it a ton as I, again, changed primers and stuff, but it still was one of my favorites, and I really would still recommend this as well. So I really enjoyed that this year. And then of course the Laura Mercier Oil-Free Foundation Primer. This is Holy Grail status. This made it into my top 10 must-have makeup products, and it is so good, guys. It is going to give you that extra bit of moisture that your skin needs, especially if you're like combo to dry, and really help your foundation lay beautifully. So love this primer. I've talked about this kind of fairly recently. So this and the next one, the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Primer Perfecting Serum. This was literally just in my past favorites video for December, but I love it. It made the cut because it's that good. Even though it's only been 2 months, I still love this. Again, it's a primer serum, so it's gonna give you that hydration, but it's gonna blur your pores. It's gonna make your skin literally look airbrushed. So any of these, you cannot go wrong. They're Holy Grail status for this year. Then we're gonna talk about foundations. So one of okay, this is my Bare Minerals, my Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. You knew this was gonna be in here because I've used this to death. This was like my ride or die for months and months and months. It is a gel-based tinted moisturizer. It gave my skin the most beautiful glow and let it breathe. Like, it felt light and natural, yet it gave me really great coverage. I got the shade Wheat 4.5, which is like very neutral. All of my foundations, you will notice, are all very neutral, and it just was amazing. It worked with any primer, it worked without primer, it worked in the dead of summer, it worked in the winter. It's just the most versatile, tinted moisturizer that you could ask for, and it has SPF in it. So I think, and again, I apply this with my fingertips. That's like the best way to apply it, and I love this. And then I also love this one, the It Cosmetics Oil-Free Matte. I know I just talked about this as well, but like 2 of like the best CC creams or tinted moisturizers or whatever, they're right here. This is definitely more full coverage than this, but this, is more matte, and this is a little bit more radiant, hydrating. So it depends on what you go for. I guess this technically would work better in the summer, but I didn't get this till later. But either way, the best tinted moisturizers ever. That being said, out of the foundations that I've tried this year, and I did try a lot of foundations this year, the 3 that made the cut, the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Wear Foundation, this was so good, guys. Between this and the NARS one almost made it into this, but it's so hard to work with sometimes. Even though I love it, it's a little bit harder to work with, and you have to get the perfect application. So because of that, it didn't make the best of. But this did, because this is so good. Again, it comes in a pump, and it gives you the full coverage. It gives you, beautiful, long-lasting, staying power, and it just is everything. It's not hard to work with, and it works with a beauty blender, it works with a foundation brush. So love this so much, really, truly. And the Becca Skin Love, the Weightless Blur Foundation, again, I'm all about these like blurring, foundations. This, it kind of would look like it would be a foundation or a tinted moisturizer, but it's not. It's like an amazing foundation, medium to full coverage, lightweight, and really kind of gives you like a flawless look. And love this. Like, it gives your skin like life. It's not just like a flat matte. It is beautiful. The Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation, oh my God, guys. This is the most genius foundation. It has a built-in palette, so you can pump out your foundation and apply it right from here. It has a lock, so you could travel with it. Again, perfect for every day. Great coverage, buildable, not hard to work with, easy to apply. That's like the whole thing, like with these foundations, none of them you have to like struggle with to apply. A brush or a sponge either will work, your fingers will work. You don't have to work to make it look good. All of them are just perfect. They all work with the primers. They're the best of the best. That's why we do these videos, because we try so many products throughout the year. You wanna know what the best of the best was, and that's it right here. So these 3 foundations, those tinted moisturizers, by all means, they are just, they're good. They're really good. One eyeshadow palette, like I said, I don't just throw random things in this video. It truly is what we were loving. So this is the Natasha Denona Camel palette. You knew this was going to be in here. It is just literally the best of the best. I don't care what anyone says. You can look at it and say that it's boring or whatever, but it's the most versatile. It gives the best look. I can use this. I can use every single color in it all at once, or I can just use a few colors. I can use it with a shadow stick and, change the tone of any of them. I love this. This was definitely the standout. And don't get me wrong, I have other palettes that I used and I loved, but when you're talking best of, it's this one, hands down. Everyone should own this. Like, it works for any skin tone. Anyone can wear this, and everyone should have this in their makeup collection. Okay, really quick, let's talk highlighters. I have 2, the Cover FX Moonlight. This was just a go-to, very natural, neutral highlight that just kind of went with any look. And of course, the, again, Natasha Denona All Over Glow. I just, in all year, in and out of my rotation, I would forget about it, then I would love it again, and it's just, it's amazing. So again, they're just like your basic, they're not too gold, they're not too bronze, they're not too pink. They're just the best highlighters that'll work with any look and with any skin tone. Bronzer, I re-fell in love with this and just wore the heck out of it. My Tom Ford Terra. I'm not going to talk a lot about this because I've talked about it so much, but one of the best bronzers you could own. Blush. Now, I love blush. However, these 2 were just probably what I wore the most. The Bobbi Brown Desert Pink, which looks like this. Again, a beautiful neutral pink. And then, of course, the Tarte Risque, which is more of like a peachier nude. Both of those will work for any skin tone and any makeup look. Whether I was wearing hardly any makeup, if my camera wants to focus back in, thank you. And I could put either one on. They work with any of the highlighters. And they're just kind of the blushes that you don't have to think about. Like, anyone can go for like a really bright pink or like a neutral one, but these are what I reached for, and I kept using over and over. Of course, I could bust out my MAC palette and say, yeah, every single color in my MAC palette I love, which I do, but did I reach for it on a consistent basis? No, I went for these, so love those. Okay, setting powders, the Hourglass Veil. Literally, guys, this is so good, and whoever said they couldn't get powder out of it, I don't know what you're doing, because mine overflows with powder. I cannot get the powder to go back in, but this is one of the best translucent powders. It literally, you can see, makes your skin airbrushed. It looks beautiful. It holds your makeup on. It's the best over any foundation. Same thing with this, the Too Faced Born This Way. They are like neck and neck because they're almost the same formula. This is probably a little bit finer and a little bit more luxurious. But the Too Faced one, I'm telling you, if you don't want to splurge on this, get this, because it is, again, that translucent, but it kind of has like a sheen, not a sheen, but like a, they're both translucent, but they almost have like a tint to where it's not white. You know, it's like an off-white. So it's not going to give you like that white cast or, you know, wash you out. They're both amazing. You can use them under your eyes and your whole face. You don't need two separate powders. Like that's one thing you know, less is more. I don't want to cake on two different powders, one for my face and one for under my eyes. They both work. So love both of those. Foundation brush, by all means, this is the Sephora Pro Diffuser number 64. Anytime you struggle with a foundation, use this brush. If you know, I literally have not touched, I don't even know where my flat top brushes are because I took them out of my little cup and I've just been using this. It's either this or a beauty blender or both together. It is the, you know, type of stippling brush, but it's rounded. So you can kind of stipple your foundation on and then blend it out. And it makes any foundation, no matter what it is, look airbrushed. This is the best foundation brush and the best investment you could ever make for your skin will thank you. Your foundation will thank you. Yes. So I love that. And then to finish everything off, it's the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Love this. I have so many setting sprays, but when it comes down to it, the original Urban Decay All Nighter, it sets your face. It takes away any cakiness, any powder if you're a little heavy-handed with something, and it doesn't make you get oily throughout the day. There are some that I have that I like, but I find that I get oilier when I use them. And I know it's nothing different like face-wise, it's really just that setting spray. So this one does not do it. So that I love. So I'm going to put some of this stuff up. I'll be back to finish the rest of this off. Okay, let's finish this off. I was running out of room on my vanity. I had to clear off some stuff, otherwise it was just gonna overtake everything. So let's talk like random things, like random makeup things. Fell in love with shadow sticks this year. I mean, I've always loved them, but these two, the Ulta brand, this is Taupe of the World, and then the Julep, I think this is just in bronze. These two, I love them. I've talked about them. You've seen them in action in tutorials. Love these so much for quick, easy eye looks, for layering, again, with the Camel palette or any palette. They're so good. And you can't go wrong with, you know, something like this because you can either use a brush or your finger. They're very travel friendly, very user friendly. And I love my shadow sticks. My MAC lipsticks. I rediscovered my love for MAC lipsticks. I have Blankety, and then I have Really Me, which I've shown and talked about both. They look similar, but they're really not. Right here, you can see Really Me is on the top, which is more matte, and then Blankety, which is very well loved, is more of a luster, so amplified. Love those. Can't go wrong with MAC lipsticks whatsoever. Again, Too Faced, here we are. The Perfect Nude in Strip Search, which looks like this. And there was another one too. I didn't pull it out, but the Too Faced, this brand of their neutral collection, there's another one. I think it's called Skinny Dippin'. It's like more of a brownie nude. This is more of a pinky nude. Love them. Again, they work with any skin tone. They just make your lips look better. You know, they're not gonna wash you out or anything. So love those. My holy grail, Marc Jacobs lip gloss, Skin Deep. Again, this made my top 10 makeup products. I love this. It's actually what I'm wearing today because I felt it was fitting. I love this. It is truly like your skin tone, your lips, but better. You can wear it with a liner, without a liner. I love it. I think everyone should own it. Not only is the formula amazing because it's not sticky, but it's really long lasting. Like it's one of those glosses that you put on and you do not have to worry about it getting everywhere or kind of, you know, looking kind of wonky. Love this so much. The Huda Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in Wifey. One of the best liquid lipsticks I have ever owned and used. Not only is the color amazing, but the formula. It goes on and it lasts, but it still feels hydrating. It's not one of those that dries down and makes your lips look all, you know, cracked and matte. It still had some life to it. So highly impressed with the formula. 3 lip liners that are just were in rotation. The Smashbox Nude Medium. Again, one of those like, kind of like Your Lips But Better brownie nudes. The Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, very similar, a little bit lighter than the Smashbox. And then the Bobbi Brown Pale Mauve. One of the best liners to go with your pinky nudes. And don't be afraid thinking that it's truly a mauve. It's not. You can see there. It is more of like your pinky, like your pinky nude. Like I could wear that with this or any of my pink lipsticks. That's what I go for because it just looks really flattering. Okay, brows. First, I don't have, well, I guess I could show you. Number 1 was brow tinting that I got into this year. I'm obsessed with tinting my brows. It just, I find it helps them to look fuller, and working on really growing in my brows, you know, kind of like filling them out a little bit more. And that, the tinting I think helps because it makes them look fuller, so you're less apt to want to touch them. That being said, the Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel, which is kind of like the Gimme Brow, but 100 times better. Looks like this. The formula is good. The brush is better. Not only does it fill in any sparse areas, but it really kind of smooths it out. And the tones are better than the new reformulated Gimme Brow. This is way better. So love this. And then I think I'm done with the makeup. Okay, let's talk nails, dip nails. I switched over to dip nails this year. I've always gotten the SNS, but I had gel polish over it. And then I decided I want to switch to just strict straight dip powder. And this color has been my go-to. And I actually bought the powder bought it online. It's by Kiara Skies, one of my, kind of my favorite dip powder brands. And it's called The Simple Life. And this is the powder. And then this is it kind of on, I need to get my nails done, but this is it on my nails, which is just kind of like that basic, you know, pink, like neutral pink. My nail salon that I've switched a lot of nail salons this year. It's really bad, but I finally found a place that I like, hopefully. Anyway, they have this brand, they use this brand, so I don't need to bring my own. The other places I used to have to bring it because they didn't have this color, but the place I go to now has this, so I don't necessarily have to bring mine. I could just use theirs, and this is the color, and I love it. If I had dark for a while, which I really didn't, it was a little out of my comfort zone, but anytime you've seen my nails like a neutral pink, it's been this color, and I've just been obsessed. So I have to say, for this year, dip nails takes the cake. I will never go back to gel or polish ever. I'm just obsessed with dipping. Hair care, really quick. Standout product is the IGK Mistress. It's the hydrating hair balm. I'm obsessed with this for blowing out my hair. It's like a balm, you know, but like a clear jelly type balm that just when you put it in your hair, it just feels so hydrating and so silky. You know, it does something to your hair, and you don't even have to have a keratin treatment to feel that. I think any hair type can use it, and when you blow your hair out, it's so effortless and sleek, and I love it. Invisibobbles, I fell in love with them this year. Really will never go back to elastics because it's going to, you know, they break your hair, and these just kind of hold your hair and they go back to their original shape. This is like the slim version, and this is just the regular one. They do stretch out a lot, but if you just kind of leave them sitting out, that's why you have multiple ones, they will go back to their original size, so you can still use it. I really like them. I have black, I just don't know where it is. I know I have a bunch of black ones. I just don't know. Maybe they're in my purse. I don't know. But I have found these. And again, if you have long, thick hair like me, they will work. If you have really thin, fine hair, they will work as well. And they just won't give you that breakage. Like when you pull your hair down from an elastic and you have like a bunch of hair stuck to it, you don't want that. You want something that's going to be a little bit more gentle. So that is that. And then let's talk body self-tan, like basically this brand. I fell in love with Tan Luxe this year. This is what I started out with, the gradual illuminating gradual tan lotion, which I love. This is so good. This just works in place of your body lotion and it will leave you tan and looking good. And then these are the body drops. These are the drops that you put in a body lotion that is not this. I just put it in my Kiehl's. I've used a lot of it. And you just kind of squeeze it as you pump out your body lotion, put a pump, you know, a drop of this in, and you rub it all over and you get to be tan and you get to moisturize. So I love this, and the color it gives is so good. You don't have to self-tan, especially if you need to do something, you're looking to just to give yourself a healthy glow, or you don't feel like self-tanning. This is perfect. Even the other lotion is good. And then the Tan Luxe for the face. I don't use these as often. I love them. I don't use them as often because I find sometimes, you know, I forget actually to put it in my, you know, moisturizer at night. But these are so good. They don't alter any darkness that you may already have on your skin, like any pigmentation or whatever. And it just kind of gives you like that healthy glow, like you were, you know, in Bali for a couple days. But I just love this brand. Like for self-tanning, that took the cake this year. Love it so much. Okay, skincare. And then that's it, guys. And that's it for my best of beauty for 2018. My Jade Roller, love this. I have been keeping this in the freezer actually, which makes me kind of forget to use it sometimes because it's in the freezer, but it's game changer if you do that. I've just been loving jade rolling. I find that it really reduces the puffiness and kind of like drains any of that, you know, under your eyes or just your face. I talked about this in, I think, my Friday favorites a while ago, but I love this. It's been a true skin changer because I find you're eating a little bit more salt than usual, or you're a little bit puffier, or didn't get a lot of sleep. You can just kind of jade roll and you will take away any issues that your skin may have, and it really works, you know, and it just, you know, I talked about this a lot, but I love this so much. Okay, last but certainly not least is going to be my skincare. Really, this year, fell in with the Zio skincare line. I got it at my local med spa. I started off trying like 1 or 2 products, and then I kind of became hooked and I got a bunch of stuff. And I know a lot of you asked me to do a video on like an overview of it, and I will do that. I'm just trying to use it for longer than just a few weeks, you know, or months. I just want to truly use it and see what my true thoughts are. That way I don't want to use something for like a month or so and be like, okay, this is great. I really want to use it. So I will. I promise that is coming. But these are the 3 products that I have repurchased that really stand out, that I think you guys would love. So the first one is going to be the Gentle Cleanser. And don't be afraid thinking that it's going to be like a really, you know, cleanser that you won't be used. It's like a gel-based cleanser, but it's very mild, and it really kind of keeps your skin balanced. Like you can use it morning and night. I love using it in the morning. It's kind of refreshing and cooling. And I just kind of like just massage it on my face, and it really just, it doesn't strip my skin. It doesn't take away any natural oils. It just kind of leaves it hydrated and balanced. And it is, again, gentle, especially if you're using like a glycolic after it, or if you're using certain acids and stuff. You don't want to use something too harsh. So I love this. And I have repurchased this several times because it is just one of those cleansers that is super amazing. So I love that. And then I love these as well. These are the Complexion Renewal Pads. These are just like your toner pads. I use them in the morning. They look like that, and they have like all your acids in it. So that's kind of why I like using this, because it's more of a gentle cleanser, and then I can go in with something like this that has a little bit more acids, and it kind of gives my skin a little bit more exfoliation. And it's not too much. I'm not using a harsh glycolic cleanser plus glycolic and, you know, AHA, you know, toner on top of it. So it is, you know, it just says gently wipe over your face, but these do have different acids in it, and it's good for all skin types. So I love this. And I just love, you know, in the morning, sometimes you don't really want to futz with putting your toner on the little cotton pad. You just want to kind of have something that's all in one. So when you have like your little pads that have the stuff already in it, you grab one and you tone. It just makes it life a little bit easier. Then of course my exfoliating polish. This one is the best, guys. It is the kind that comes in the little tub like this. You can see I need to bust out my new one. It is the best scrub I have ever used. And it's truly just an exfoliating scrub. It's very finely milled that it's not gonna like cut your skin or damage your skin. It's just really gonna exfoliate it, and you feel it. Like you feel it exfoliating your skin and getting all the dry skin off and all the, you know, helping your skin turn over, but it's not gonna be too harsh. Like you can use it a couple times a week. I exfoliate a lot. I like to keep my skin exfoliated, and I find that this, what I'll do is I'll just, you know, cleanse my skin first, like a little bit of my cleanser, and then rinse that off. So when my skin is still damp, I will go in and take a little bit of this and then just kind of work it and then scrub my skin, and it works. And it looks so refreshed and glowy, and I love putting my makeup on after I've exfoliated with this because it just goes on so much nicer. If you are using Retin-A or you know, retinols or anything that's going to, you know, make you peel or whatever, this is what you want to use in the morning because it's gentle enough to not, you know, burn your skin on top of it, and it's just going to really kind of you know, get it ready and get it to its best, you know, that it could be. So love this. I love this brand. I promise I will do a video on that very soon. So I think that's it, guys. I think that is my best of 2018 beauty, skin, hair, everything kind of all mishmashed together. But I love these videos. I love this time of year because you really can see what people were loving. And I always am curious to see, like for me anyway, if any products carry over. 9 times out of 10 they don't, because we try, again, so many different things. But I'm curious to see what will and what won't for next year. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what some of your standout products were for the year down below, what, you know, you really found yourself loving. And if you enjoyed this video, again, give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button down below and then the bell next to my name so you'll be notified of all my new videos. Again, 2018 is gone, 2019 is here. We are talking new videos, new content, all kinds of good stuff. You don't want to miss it. And I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.